The Business Report brought to you with the compliments of CIBC First Caribbean. Banking that fits your life.
Cropover is undeniably the biggest festival in Barbados, and as a result, millions of dollars are generated in the local economy. It's also the perfect time for small and medium-sized businesses to make some serious dollars. The Barbados Coalition of Service Industries has partnered with the National Cultural Foundation to give 16 entrepreneurs some vital exposure during this weekend's Bridgetown Market. Senior Program Officer with the BCSI, Liana Welch, says 100% Bajan-made home accents and craft along with services will be available in the new Health Wellness Cafe and Spa area that will be set up. She was speaking on CBC TV8's festival stage.
So massages and pedicures, manicures, they're actually going to be natural products, vegan food. So literally a one-stop shop for all your health and wellness needs. We're going to put right there in that space on Brandon's Beach. So we're very excited about that.
Special Projects Officer with the NCF, Alison Seeley-Smith, says they are pleased to offer changes that will benefit scores of businesses in the health and wellness sector, along with dozens of vendors.
It does mean that you have got these 3 extraordinary spaces and zones that you can head in and make sure that you are supporting our entrepreneurs, whether it is sort of the very generalized trading that happens or the very specific 100% homemade or the health and wellness area. Make sure you come down there and support and keep this money circulating in our economy.
The Barbados Revenue Authority is looking to go after those who owe taxes more aggressively. In an advertisement yesterday, the BRA is inviting bids from eligible and qualified firms and individuals for the provision of debt collection services on behalf of the authority. The deadline for submission of bids is August 9th. The Mia Amor Motley-led administration has made it clear that it will be going after those that owe the government, just as the government moves to pay those businesses and individuals refunds owed. Okay, time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
In Jamaica, Wigton Windfarm Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader with 16,429,127 units. In Trinidad and Tobago, Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 130,000 shares changing hands, all for a value of $434,000. And here in Barbados, Goddard Enterprises Limited was the volume leader, trading 3,100 shares at $3.26 each.
When you've thought for a while about owning a new vehicle, there comes a time to take the next step. That's the time to apply for a car loan from CIBC First Caribbean. With low down payments and repayment plans to suit your budget, our car loans adjust to your needs, just like your car does. You want banking that fits your life.
CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
Iraq's government wants to see a big increase in oil production. Oil and natural gas make up 90% of the country's revenue, but years of war and new environmental challenges are making it difficult to attract vital international investment.
Majnoon means crazy in Arabic. Some say the name is in reference to the large amount of oil in one location. With reserves of an estimated 38 billion barrels, this field produces 240,000 barrels a day, and that capacity is expected to go up to 450,000 in 3 years. The company says it's able to find investors even when the world is moving towards alternative energy sources.
There is no any risk for investment in Iraq. Iraq is very respectful government with any international company. Even with the shortage in financing in 2014, 2015, Iraq committed to pay back all the investor cost and budget within the agreed time. When they invest, when they pay any cost, we return back their payment after 3 months. Oil will stay one of the main energy fuel till 2045.
The oil companies know that Iraq is coming out of years of war. The recent crisis in the Gulf increases risk, and Baghdad needs investment. Sources within the oil ministry told Al Jazeera that some oil companies want to use that to their advantage.
Business with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you that you are better with us.
It's not exactly Thor's hammer, but on this edition of Minding Your Business, we'll be using this tool and this half-inch mild steel to make some pretty amazing things thanks to Eyes Iron Works. Garvey Dean never did metal work at school, but he has always prided himself as being a hard worker. So right after leaving school, he started looking for work to make a living. And in the process, he found something he truly loved, working with metal. It has been about 20 years since he first took up an electrode and started arc welding, mostly doing work for other people during that time. But about a year and a half ago, Garvey decided to take a chance and that it was time to start his own business, Eyes Iron Works in Kendall Hill, Christchurch. Garvey says once it's something made of metal that somebody wants, he can make it.
High wheels, you can make wood wheels, you can make a lot of times the big gets it, what you got there, you can make almost anything on the metal, we can make here, guarantee. If we can't make it, we will tell you, but most of the things that out of metal, we can make here. If you want a hose of cage, if we can get it made.
And while he has made any number of metal items for both householders and businesses, from fences to frames, his newest addition is fast becoming popular, especially for Barbadians who are increasingly getting into backyard gardens. It's a metal frame that can hold the half cans that a number of Barbadians use for their backyard gardening. But he says he can't take all of the credit for his new product.
I got my he learned me almost everything you know right now. And we used to make this for he said he got like a lot of things. But we used to make these here that he tried to help you to actually make a thing. So we would make like these here for he garden and everything. But the only thing that I knew about the idea is marketing. Right? So I decided I see it as a good anytime people would like this. I just decided that I would market it with that I don't know that I can make them. To me, it's a hit. When I say a hit, it's no guarantee. People, so like, people catching on more and more, especially like when people see people with them, you know, responsibility. I like that, and they catch it.
Now, before we travel to Garvey's workshop, he gave me a call to let me know that he had actually sold the last plant stands he had left that same day. Before I could express any disappointment, Garvey said no worries, that he saw it as a challenge and promised me that he would build a new one, painted and everything, about a half an hour after I arrived. Quite a bold boast, I thought at first, but I would soon learn that sometimes seeing is believing. And after he got that arc going, he was like a machine, making sure every piece was perfect. A pity I couldn't actually look during some of it to be safe from any possibility of arc eye or welder's eye, as it is also known, caused by looking directly at that bright arc glare without the proper eye protection. But with some help from his skillful main employee, Victor Clark, and a little bit of help from me at the end to spray on some rust chem paint to protect the frame, he delivered with time to spare. Garvey says what is unique about his stand is that it can help to keep the slugs, snails, and other garden pests at bay.
It's eliminate the ground pests and it's eliminate the bending. If you want to take it also like bring in more organic because you ain't gonna put like pesticides direct on the plant. You can just go like break it down around the bottom of the frame and you're gonna clear.
Meanwhile, Garvey says going forward, most importantly, he wants his business to also have a direct positive impact on some of the people in his community as well.
I would like to see that I can employ more people. Whereas, so like, you know, I want like just a business where that I could get good for me, that I can do it when I get out of a little thing. But I don't think that that's business. I think that business is a company. When it's a company, whereas that you can employ a few people that could feed a couple families. That's my aim, just to employ a few people, feed a couple families. You can't employ everybody, but if I get 5 people out of the community, out of the communities, it ain't gonna be a choice. Just, you know, that's how that we do.
Now, if you'd like to get in contact with Garvey Dean and Eyes Iron Works, just give him a call at 232-6503 or check out his Facebook page, Eyes Iron Works, and that's Eyes spelt E-Y-E-Z.
Sparks flying, boy. This has been an interesting day. Thanks to Eyes Iron Works. This has been Minding Your Business. Do have a good night.
Minding Your Business, with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you that you are better with us.